Hello and welcome to the Brick Freaks. Today we are building from the company Qizhile, their Mini 23020 is the set number around 2K pieces, 1x8 Mini. This is a stolen mock and it's an alternative build from the Porsche 42056 from Lego. There's an alternative build in another color. The first car I built from Qizhile was very horrible. It was the Ford Mustang GT, and the axles were too thick, and the pins, and it cost me really a lot of pressure and numb thumbs, and oh man. But I hope they improved their quality. The instructions here seems pretty easy. It's a nice instruction. Yes. 2 building steps. These are the building steps, or the pieces of one. So here, that's the cool thing. Normal pins, black, as Lego. Then here, 3 length pins with axle in black and pin axle in black, and all the 3 length pins in black instead of blue. So we get a really clean look out of this Mini. That's great. There are 2 links in the description, like always in my videos, or mostly. One goes to the set where I bought it, and the other goes to the original designer of this car, so you can buy the original instructions. I haven't looked if they are expensive or perhaps they are free, but I make a link, and in the review part I will tell you more. Oh, it's really starting full power here. We have the differential, and look, the gears are not tan, they are black. We've got the joints there, the Technic joints, they are black too, but you have to assemble them. This here goes a little bit harder . Than normally with Go Bricks or with Lego. We have suspension. This here is pre-installed from me to show you here. We already got steering. It works. Not smooth too. And it's not cause I have too much pressure on the parts. It's just the quality is not so good as Go Bricks or Lego. Definitely not. It's okay. It moves, but you need a little bit more power to move it. I got the power. So this isn't a one-on-one copy of the mock, cause, yes, you see this? The Carter Technic beams, lift arms. And so this isn't a one-on-one copy of the mock. This is at least a little bit modified. I don't know at the moment. I will have a closer look at the mock instructions later on, but you can't build this set after the mock instructions, so be aware of that. And this here goes pretty fast forward. We are on page 18, building step 33. Imagine how far we would be with Lego on building step 33 or page 18. Here we have both axles. You have both differential. Normally we would have built both engines in it. Here normally sits the servo, and here the L for the rear axle. So it's a 2-engine set if you want. And if you're building these here, there's the engine, and when you build it without the engine and want to apply it, or you apply it here with an X through this 5 length, and then you turn the page and see for static version build it this way. Normally this isn't in here because here lies the servo motor. So now you know. You have nearly the size of this thing here. That's okay. The quality is, if Lego is a 1 on scale, not color-wise, but fits-wise, then GoBricks is a 1.5, and Winner, Sembo, and so on are 2 with their own bricks. That's a 2.5 here. You can build it, no problem. Sometimes it's a little bit harder to get in, sometimes a little bit easier. But it's nothing holding on a pin, so it should be no problem. A lot further. Steering is integrated here. You see. And it doesn't work really smooth. You need some pressure. You need one of these, because on some positions you have to bring your axle through 2 of these, and it's hard if you have big hands like I have to reach these positions for the X stoppers. So I used here the tool, and no problem with that. Yeah, we have, it's sturdy, a clean build. Not many connectors, because the steering and the engines it's here, and the powers it's here, so you don't need a lot of axles and gears and connectors. That's a small solid build here. This is what you see. That all I assembled that was in the big number 1 bag. That's the rest. The bags here are from the big bag number 2. These are the panels that are for both building steps. There are a lot of building steps. Yeah? It's not 2 here. Now I have to open the bag 72 to 77. But it's really small printed on the back, so you have to really watch carefully. So I will open all of them like I did yesterday. Okay, we got the 3-cylinder in a row, and it's built in obviously not length, diagonal, yeah, you know what I mean. So this is, everything is working, the engine is working, the steering is working. Not super smooth, you need some pressure, but it works. Here the suspension works. They are really easy here, the red ones. So okay, a good base for building step 2. Yes, I know it's not 2, for the next big jump here. Oh, the beginning of the next steps here are the rear seats, a little bit of a cage here, the first panels here on the side, and a little bit of the back body, the trunk. So yes, it's pretty sturdy still. Cool building techniques, straightforward, nothing fancy, but really okay. Nice ideas. Because he had only the Porsche to do this. And so, really good work. Oh, a lot further. The mud guards, the rear mud guards in shiny black. one exhaust pipe only, poor car. The headlights or the brake lights, rear lights, brake lights. Here we have two mud guards as one, like in the Porsche, I believe. It's the same style. And this is the evil looking front. There's one small quality issues, and this is the two axles. They easy fall out. They are too slim. It makes nothing on the whole model, but this here and that, the red ones, yes, I had to use Lego. Because gravity, look here. Oh no, this time it, man, this, perhaps this was not the axle, it was, perhaps it was the piece. Okay, it doesn't matter. With the Lego axle, it fits perfectly. So now we still have, it's recognizable at the moment. Shiny black. It looks cool. It looks cool. And it's really a straightforward build. It makes totally fun. And everything is logic and everything fits in perfectly. So that's a lot of fun building this thing here. Our Mini got his seats. And they're just fixed with these two 3-length pins with X-hole. And they're just sitting in there. Didn't know if I showed you last time. Here we have obviously a steering wheel and two instruments. This must be perhaps miles per hour or rounds per minute, I don't know. And this is the multi display instrument in the Mini. But this is sitting on a gear. So the sticker here can't be applied totally plain. Because this gear has a little to the side. Okay. So this is still light here. It weighs nearly nothing for the size. That's cool. I believe this here motorized is a small, nice, light, fast car. And there's plenty of space in it. Plenty of space. Yeah, we have doors. They are fixed here and there. One time to the ground, one to the left. So it's really sturdy. This panel here is extra, fixed down to the bottom construction, nicely made. This here is new. And the front is nearly finished here. The evil look of the Mini Cooper. So we are finished. Okay, there's something missing. The roof is there and the tires are here. You need a lot of force to pull these covers into the rims, because this X here is sprayed. And so it's really hard to push in. I used here the back of a screwdriver because it fits perfectly in this hole in this little, and I could press all four down because it was really hard. The rest of tires is absolutely okay. So why don't I show you the finished car? I show you the finished car in the part 2, the review, where I give you my final thoughts. But there's one, I don't know if it's a problem or if I shot this take already, and then I saw that this panel here, the small, wasn't there. It was a hole. And I thought, why is there a hole? And there are no parts, and did I miss something in the instructions? No. It's here on page 63. You pull this part here into this lift arm. This lift arm is on my assembly behind this panel. And so this panel goes under this panel. And I thought when I assembled it, okay, this is something like air intake or something that you see this here. And the car is a little bit smaller from here on, so that you have here the air intakes. I hadn't looked on the cover. And so I don't know if the building step here is wrong. This lift arm is not on the position on my model. So perhaps I did it wrong and I missed something, or possibility number 2, there's a mistake in the instructions. I don't know. I hope it's number 1, I didn't assemble this lift arm here correctly. It must be 2 pins more in this direction. And then this fits. So if I made a mistake, you won't have this issue. Is it a mistake in the instructions? Then do it like I did it. Assemble this panel on the door. And here you have a gap then, and this part you have over, and you can put it on here. And so you have a gapless silhouette. That's the way I did it now, because I don't want to reassemble the whole thing. So this covers the gap. Okay, it looks a little bit stupid when you open the door, I admit. That's not perfect. That's not perfect. But it's okay. This is not a play model. This is definitely a display model. And because it's not motorized, and the function is steering and opening the trunk and the hood. And there's no hand of God steering. So this is, don't give it your child to play, because it has to get his fingers inside on this little steering wheel. Okay, so now if you watch this video and want to buy it, now you know. Mistake in instructions, mistake by Frank. Mistake by Frank, no problem. Mistake by instructions, solution. Okay? There's another solution. If there is a mistake in instructions, you can use a longer axle here. Then it fits into the lift arm there. You can make it this way because you have over 2 of them. So this is another solution you can make it. But I preferred this way. Why? Where is it better seeable? Here. You see, if you assemble it like it in the instructions, if there is no mistake, then you have here this, and then it goes down for 3 or 4 millimeters before it goes up again. Because you don't, this panel goes so far down here into this hole, and you have a gap of half a lift arm here, and you have a gap of half a lift arm there. And this disturbed my eye, and so I decided to use this fix, even if it looks stupid with the door, but then I have a straight silhouette and not this gap here. Perhaps this gap is on the real car. I have to look at the Mini of my neighbor when he comes home, when she comes home from work. Then I see if this gap is really needed there, because it's in the original car. We will see. But for here, we finished. Thank you for watching how I assembled it and give stupid things from me. Please watch part 2, when we have a closer look. I give you my final thoughts, where are the pros and the cons of this model, and you see it with tires, rims and roof. That's at least worth it watching. And you see my unshaved face since 4 or 5 weeks. Oh man, I look like Cat Weasel. Okay, thank you for watching. I'm Frank. Have a good time.